Welcome to selfdiscoverymedia.com, where we discover the communities that are making a difference in the lives of others. Our self-discovery is something we are all making on our life's journey. Here you will find the people that will be your guidance, that will be your inspiration, that will be there for you in support on your journey of life. Do enjoy. Our next show is... Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life, right here on selfdiscoverymedia.com. I am Sarah Troy. Kindness, courtesy, respect, value. These are all wonderful words, but do we actually put them in practice? Right now, we're at a time in our lives where the universe has woken us up, shaken us up, asked us to change it up. But we're actually in the phase right now of stepping it up. You see, we have been shaken, we have been woken, and we're being asked to step up and fight for injustice. We've been asked to place courtesy, kindness, and caring before everything else. We've been asked to step into love and compassion. The universe is asking a lot of us right now. But you know, it's where we should have been all along. Somewhere all along, along the way, we kind of lost ourselves. We stepped into greed, into opulence, into power, into control, into a lack of freedom, a lack of free will. It became that the establishments, whether they be religions, governments, corporations, school, education, where it was all about dictating of what you should be, who you should be, where you should be, what you should be doing, and, being the puppets on a string. We're taking back that power now, and we are empowering ourselves to be what we were designed to be, which is a loving entity stepping into our beautiful instrument to join an orchestra and create the music that resonates out with everyone else. So what instrument are you? That's all part of the self-discovery, isn't it? It's all part of the journey of life. If at the present moment, with the Black Lives Matter, the Me Too movement, the COVID virus and its conspiracy, the deaths that are taking place, the mismanagement that is happening at the higher level of politics, the change that is desperately needed everywhere, with all of that going on, yes, you're kind of feeling a bit shaken right now, aren't you? But you see, we had to wake up. And in this step-up stage, it's asking you, what are you going to do to step up? See, we can't just sit on the sidelines anymore. Nobody's asking you to go out and riot or protest, but you can protest and you can fight for equality and justice. You can fight for kindness and caring and simple things like smiles, and most certainly the ignition of love. We can all step up for that, can't we? Yes, we can. You see, to change it up, you've got to find a passion. I am passionate about bringing you people who will make a difference in your lives because they took the journey, they became, and these beautiful instruments they are here today are serving you on your path, on your life's path. I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about the conversation, about the celebration of life, about the simplicity of living it. You see, when you care and you come from a place of compassion and kindness, you are going to do things that are considerate and respectful and loving. But until you become that, how can you do that? So the common thing you're going to hear me say most of my shows, the finger pointing that you're pointing out to everyone else, well, there's three pointing right back at you. We want world peace. That peace starts with you. We want people to be kind and caring and respectful towards us, then we need to be towards them. Now, I know that there are species out there, two-legged ones, that don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. They just simply don't care. Not 1 ounce of empathy or compassion or caring or kindness in their bone. There are some that are just literally out just for themselves at anyone else's expense. That goes from right down to this level, right up to the sky level. Ivory towers. But you see, this is not what COVID was all about. Me Too movement, Black Lives Matter. Why we've been given all of this right now in this beautiful flux of change is for us to recognize what is not working and what we can do better. Now in America, they're talking about dismantling the police force, not completely, but giving it less power and giving communities more power to govern themselves, to create opportunities to be there to guide people through to a better life. Why do we see so much violence amongst certain people? Poverty and a suppression of keeping them down and not allowing them to grow. When you know that there is 70% of people incarcerated are foster children, it is quite horrific. So you know I'm passionate about the forgotten children and investing in them. And I want you to look, each and every one of you right now, at the forgotten child within yourself. That child who would love to be nurtured, to be loved, to be treated with kindness and respect, who would love to be listened to. We've all got that child inside of us, that insecurity, that damaged ego. And if we're willing to let it out, lovingly nurturing it, allowing it to grow, to become, then we realize we really are stepping into self. See this wonderful gift right now of disruption that's shaking us all up, asking us to step up, to change it up, is that it's a gift. It's a gift of unison. I knew 2020 was going to be a year that was going to unite us. It's united us through COVID. Now it's uniting us through Black Lives Matter. The Me Too movement has gone around the world. Change is happening. But momentum, peaceful momentum, has to continue. We cannot put down another color to fight for the rights of that color. We have to look at equality between all colors, not the persecution of some and the entitlement of others. I wrote an article a while ago, I wish for a colorless world. And no, it's not, I wish people would all be one color. I wish that I see you, black, white, brown, yellow, polka dot. That is your casing, that is your culture, that is your history. But I see you, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your character. That's who I see. That's who I go to meet. And the beautiful vessel that you're in is that. And if you are black and you have culture, historical culture, wonderful. Each one of us has a tribe of some kind, and that's okay. But there are so many people fighting for equality because their race is being treated badly. Now, we know around the world that the police have lost their way. There are too many people that are thugs and bullies. You put a uniform on them, they think it's a license to kill. They're not James Bond. They are here to serve and protect. Instead, they've stepped up and bullied and killed and abused and terrorized. So people are now so scared of the police. They are doing nothing and they can get killed for it. But we're seeing the same kind of bullying in other ethnic groups as well. Here in Canada, it's the Aboriginals, who are just never ever given the time of day. We're seeing a great deal of racism towards Oriental right now. And yes, we do have our fair share of Black people also receiving terroristic type approaches. East Indian, they get a great deal as well. So what are we going to do about it? Well, once we've feeling that woken up and that shaken up and we've been asked to step up, it's how are you going to step up? How? Well, switch on your heart. Look at the people that are being hurt and see your children's faces on them. See your face on them. See your loved ones' faces on them. And ask yourself, would you want to see this for them? I bet the answer is no. Okay. And imagine it's them and you're fighting for righteousness for them. Now remember, we can't go down the violent path. Violence begets violence. We're seeing the police right now being egged on by someone of total irresponsibility who loves violence. We're seeing them kill more people, maim more people, abuse their power. Yes, there are rioters, and those rioters are not the protesters. They're unlawful people, and you can't paint everybody with the same brush. This is what this is all about. Not everybody can be painted with the same brush. I have yellow and white flowers sitting over here. The other day I had about 6 distinct colors of flowers. They're all flowers. They're all actually getting watered from the same source. They're all seeking that sun. They just happen to be represented in a different way. But we can love them, can't we? I don't understand hatred. It takes so much energy to hate. Now, I understand getting mad at injustice, and I do. Getting mad at the persecution. Getting mad at opulence and entitlement, believing they can walk all over people. Getting mad at abuse to children, to people, to animals, to planet. Yeah, I get mad and I speak out. We've all got a voice. It's a question of how we're going to use it. You may think, well, that's in America. It doesn't bother me. I'm in Canada. I'm in England. I'm in Brazil. I'm in Australia. Every country has its problem. Are you going to be part of the solution that country needs? You see, until we find that love within us, that kindness, that compassion, that passion for life within us, how are we going to be able to be out there to love anyone else? This call to action, actionism as I call it, stepping into action, is a time for you to have a good long conversation with yourself in the mirror. Am I racist? And part of you go, no. But you might find that there are certain ethnic groups that you favor over another. Maybe you just don't like their lifestyle. That is okay. But you don't have to hate the person for it. Are you political and believe that the other side are the enemy? No, they have a different point of view. They see things in a different way. If you did the big C, collaborate, and the big L, listen to one another, and look at a C, compromise, we'll probably get more done. Instead of this rigidity of I'm right and you're wrong, and nothing ever happens. It's all a power struggle. Little boys in their shorts fighting over the conkers. It's very painful to watch. We have seen during this virus individuals, companies, senators, governors, premiers step up, take ownership, take responsibility, and fight for their jurisdiction. Protect them the best they can, get the testing, be their supporter for those that have got ill. And it's wonderful to see. We've also seen the companies and the people that decided to profiteer off this sorrow. I hope that they're going to be boycotted in the future, and I only want to do business with people that stepped up. It doesn't matter if they stepped up an inch, a yard, or a mile, but those people with intent to do something are the people that I respect. But those that just sit back and go, how much money can I make out of this? How can I profit from this? Sorry. No, that's not what it's about. You see, we're all in this together. You heard this over and over again, haven't you? What are we in together? Well, we're in the COVID together, in the isolation together, in the coming out slowly together, in the rebuilding of our communities together. But where the togetherness really lies is when we look at ourselves as that instrument in that orchestra. You don't want to come playing the violin and no. You want to learn how to use that violin, and you want to play it with passion and love and conviction, and you bring it to the orchestra in that light. And together you play music, symphonic, harmonious music that goes out, blankets everybody else in inspiration and love and compassion and caringness, kindness. Let's take a deep breath. We're still in the stepping up to change. Changes are going to happen for the amount of people that step up. Changes are going to happen as we see what is needed in the step up stage to change. Change is going to happen when our calm, cool heads prevail and we come together with solutions. And we don't slap somebody else's solution down, we listen to all of them, because every single one of them could be applicable in some way or other. We're going to listen, we're going to hear, we're going to be there for one another. We're going to embrace this wonderful change that we've been invited to step up to do, and realize this isn't about one or two people in power telling us what to do. This is about our communities coming together for the greater good of that community, to serve one and all in that community. Mine's a global community. I'm an internet verb, right? I'm here bringing you shows from anywhere in the world, around the world, that can be listened anywhere around the world. This is my community. And my community is one that's based in love, kindness, caring, actionism, being there for one another, celebrating one another, supporting one another, sharing the knowledge, the wisdom, the tools, the skills, the encouragement. This is my canvas. What's yours? What can you do? During COVID, we pay more attention to our garbage collectors, to the cashiers at the stores, to the truck drivers driving all night to bring food to the market, to our nurses and our doctors, to the janitors constantly cleaning up, to the delivery people, to the people keeping our streets clean. We have now looked at those as our heroes, and they are. You see, we didn't pay much attention to them before, did we? But look at what they've done during this time period. They stepped up to keep supplying you what you needed while you were lounging in your homes with gifted time of rediscovery of yourself or gifted time of family. So let us step into gratitude. Let us use the word thank you a lot more. Let us greet each other, eyeball to eyeball, with a smile. Hi, how are you today? Are you having a good day? A bad day? I hope it gets better. I wish it gets better for you. Do you know how far that goes? It's enormous, because you see, you've seen them. You care for them. You've acknowledged them in gratitude. And that is something they'll take with them through the rest of the day. How hard is that? How hard is this to get off your bloody phone and look somebody in the eyes, meet and greet, show some kindness, form a conversation with somebody next to you, and just show some warmth? How hard is that? Let down your God, your mistrust, your conspiracy theories, your hate, your fear. It's not serving you or anyone else. Try a little kindness. And you know, some people don't know how to ignite that heart. Well, if you can watch a bunch of puppies and kittens playing, animals chasing each other and not smile, boy, you've got a way to go. If you can watch children and their laughter and not smile, you need help. You see, it's in the simple things of life. The beautiful gift of life. Squirrels running up the trees, deers running around. All of that is what makes life just so simply illuminating. So, what are you doing to step up? What are you doing to bring change about? What are you doing for yourself in this time period? And look at how you can change your perspective, your dialogue, your opinion. Are you willing to listen? Are you willing to hear? Are you willing to apply? See another person. Black, white, pink, yellow, poor, rich. See them. Sometimes it's just looking at them in the eye and smiling as you go by. One of the biggest problems we have in this world is loneliness. And that loneliness isn't being at home alone. That's very sad. But being alone amongst a crowd because no one sees you, no one hears you, no one cares. So let us care a lot more. Change is coming. Change is happening. I'm excited for this change. I'm delirious for this change. But we are still in the step up. And the step up's going to be there for a while before those changes start taking over. So please ask yourself, what can you do? How can you be a part of it? How can you change? How can you step up? Have a wonderful week, folks. I pray that we see better news. COVID now seems to be dwindling out, and we are now venturing out. Still remember to be respectful. Common sense, folks. Wash your hands. Sneeze or cough into your arm. Be respectful of other people, right? If somebody gave you something, you would be pissed off. So whatever you've got out there, cold, flu, COVID, anything else, don't pass that on to other people, all right? And that includes your hate and your fear and your ignorance. That is something you've got to work on yourself. So until next week, folks, may this be a wonderful week of stepping up. Bye for now. We hope you enjoyed the show. We look forward to bringing you more shows. Please go to selfdiscoverymedia.com/shows and you will see the incredible lineup of genres and shows that we have for you. We are here to make a difference in your life. Thank you for listening.